Hello, I'm Jot and I'm about to demonstrate a really fun ink technique for you to try. Now, it's using a technique that Ralph Steadman uses for his ink splat drawings, and it's spontaneous and unpredictable, and it's really fun to see what comes out of it. Right, so get your ink. I'm using Ecoline watercolour ink here, and dip a brush into it. Any old brush will do. Do make sure that you cover your work area because it will make a mess. And flick the ink across the paper. I'm using A2 paper here, and I'm really dynamically chucking that ink down on the paper, making contact with the paper. So just be free, don't really think about what you're doing, and let it guide itself, let it sort of take a life of its own. I usually do 3 splats to get a really good base for the drawing, and then also I will take a fan brush and do some gentle flicks without making contact with the paper, just to add something to the picture. Now, what I like to do next, because I don't really want to go straight in with the pen, I would like to do some experimenting to see what the ink splats could be. So the easiest way I find to do this is to photograph or scan in the picture and bring it into the Procreate app on the iPad. You can then use layers and turn the picture around, reverse it, experiment to see what you can see in the ink splats, what characters come out. You can try different things, you can erase. It's really easy to experiment like this, and then when you are happy with a final drawing, you can then go back to your original ink splat drawing, and you can then copy what you've created on the Procreate app onto your original drawing. So I'm using here a combination of a lamy pen dipped into the watercolour ink, as well as a small brush dipped into the watercolour ink. When you finish that, you just need to once more scan or photograph the artwork back into the computer and bring it into Photoshop. In the end, I preferred the Procreate version I did of this, so that's the one I'll be going forward with. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab some splats that come with the Steadman style font that I have created, which is called PX Gonzo. I'll put a link below to where you can download the font if you want to get that. So I will just choose this splat over in the Illustrator file and come back into Photoshop and paste it here. Then I will just go and grab another one here and do the same. I think some typography would work well on this piece. So using PX Gonzo again, I'll just type out some text and arrange it until I'm happy with it. This font works best when you use a combination of upper and lowercase lettering, so just try each letter out as either an upper or lowercase letter and see which works better together. Now to add some texture. Here I'm using a watercolour spot from my watercolour spot texture pack. Again, I'll add the link to that pack in the description below if you want to get that. It comes with 44 different watercolour textures. As I want this to be a black and white image, I'll just desaturate the layer and multiply it so you can see the artwork underneath, and position it until I'm happy with it.